Hi, I'm Greg from RVHaulers. If you'd like to see an RV hauler that came straight from Volvo right into our shop, got customized to pull the largest fifth wheel RV, this is a new RV hauler. Yes, you saw right. It only has 13,800 miles on the odometer. So the reason for this video is I want to show you what a new or almost new RV hauler looks like, sounds like, and we're going to take it for a drive so you'll have a chance to see what it drives like. Join me. Perhaps you've seen some of my previous videos where we've taken used highway tractors and converted them to pull the large fifth wheels or horse trailers, and also carry our little toys, whether it's a golf cart or a smart car or motorcycle, things like that. Well, this one's a little bit different. This was configured right from Volvo exactly the way we wanted it. It came straight into our shop. It has never seen commercial duty. So those just under 14,000 miles have all been pulling a fifth wheel, an RV. Now this one we engineered for up to a 32,000 pound trailer. It's got a capacity of 7,200 pounds on the pin, so the pin weight pushing down on that air ride hitch is configured for 7,500 pounds. And this one is all ready to pull, in this case, a smart car. So it's got everything you need on this deck or bed to winch up or drive up a vehicle and drive it off. I'm going to split up this video into three parts. First, I'm going to take you quickly around the outside of this Volvo and show you some of the features and things like tires and paint and storage that we've custom built on this Volvo. Then I'm going to take you into the interior. So I'm going to show you the table and benches and refrigerator and the interior configuration, seats that swivel backwards. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about the powertrain, the engine, and we're going to put it to the test. We're actually going to take it for a test drive, and I want to show you how a little bit newer technology works on the road. Now this RV hauler from tip to tail is approximately 30 feet long. That deck is designed, or bed, is designed to have a smart car sit up there. And as I said, this one came from Volvo configured just the way we wanted. So it already had the proper length of frame, rear axle configuration, and we'll talk about rear end ratio when we go for a drive. But this is a Volvo Model 780, so it's got the largest and most luxurious sleeper. We're going to take a look at that in a moment, but it's the longest and the tallest. Now for height, this is slightly shorter than most trailers. A lot of people will look at these RV haulers and they'll say, oh man, like, how am I going to get into a campground with that? Well, the reality is, if you look at any of the fifth wheels, the larger ones that are out there, they're all 13 feet 6, 13 feet 4 inches tall. That's the height of this RV hauler. So it's not like you're blazing a new trail. People have gone before you, right? People with other fifth wheels have driven into those campgrounds, have gone down those roads, and they've kind of cleared the path for you. If there's any low branches, they've hit them for you already, and they've probably cleared them. So what I like to say is the RV hauler is a little bit of a, well, actually what it's got is those, what I like are those antennas that are up there on top of the mirrors. They're a little bit like my tree feelers. Sometimes we'll see those antennas coming up and they're going dung dung dung, or they're touching a branch, and we know we got to steer around a little bit. But I've talked about the length being about 30 feet, height being about 13 feet 3 inches, and from the nose of the RV hauler to the back of those fairings is 16 feet. Now I'll talk about the storage here for a moment. This Volvo in particular has quite large fuel tanks, and they come all the way back, like right up to the front of those storage boxes. Some of the used Volvos you've seen me customize in the past might have a fuel tank that comes back just part way, so we're able to put larger storage in there. But in this case, it came back quite a ways into that bed or that deck. So the rear storage boxes are as big as we could make them. They go all the way back into the frame. They're approximately 24 inches deep. And what you'll see that's been installed on this RV hauler is what we call a drum box. So that is 7 feet tall, 6 feet wide, and 18 inches deep. There's a lot of storage there. I'll open up those doors for you. So these drum boxes have fixed shelves. So these shelves are welded in. They're a little bit of the structure of the box. So they create some rigidity and strength. What we also have installed in this drum box are some Hendrickson tracking. So there are, you can see I've installed some of them already. You can bungee chairs in there, or some people want to store. It's the perfect size for putting some milk cartons down in the bottom, for storing things upright. But they're quite well weather sealed, and they give us a lot of cubic inches of storage. I've got 3 kinds of hitches on this RV hauler. So first of all, you're going to see the ET Air Ride hitch, which I described has 32,000 pounds of capacity trailer weight that it can tow, and 7,500 pounds of pin. But the other thing that we did a little bit more unique on this design is we also put a gooseneck ball in place. So you can pull a conventional RV fifth wheel or a gooseneck, and we also have a really heavy duty bumper pull hitch on the back as well. You'll also see that we set up this particular RV hauler with the RV plug, a commercial plug for power, lights, and we also have glad hands. So we try to configure these RV haulers so that we've got a lot of options, and we're starting to see some of the air over hydraulic brake systems on trailers. The brand name is Blue Dot. So this one is ready to pull any configuration of hitch, and of course any kind of hookups when it comes to electrical and air. So the ramps for loading your golf cart or smart car or ATV are in that upper storage box, and they pull out. They're about 12 feet long. They're a little bit of an arch. They're made out of aluminum, so they're fairly light. What I'll also mention is, we do things at RV Hauler custom for our customers. So when you call RV Haulers, you get me. I'll be talking to you about how you plan to travel, what you're taking with you, and how you'd want your RV hauler configured. Now, at the time of making this video, this RV hauler's for sale. So please check in the description down below for the current status to see whether this RV hauler is available for purchase. And as well, I'll have all the current pricing information there as well. Also, if you want to get, I think I've got over 60 photos of this RV hauler, go check out our website at rvhaulers.ca, .ca like California. And you can see pictures of some of our past builds, but also you can go find this RV hauler we've named Dusty. If you've had the patience to watch some of my previous videos, thank you, first of all, and thanks for bearing with me as we go through this RV hauler. One of the things I like to do for people is I like to be really upfront and show them anything that's not perfect when I'm talking about my used RV haulers. Well, Dusty here is essentially new. Not quite, but almost. So in keeping with tradition, we're gonna go count rock chips. Yeah, Greg is gonna do it, but you know what? It's gonna be a pretty quick tour. So this is an almost new RV hauler. So you're gonna find, oh, that's a fly. Go away. There are no rock chips. It's perfect chrome everywhere. Even the leading edges of these LED headlights. Even the chrome. You can see, there we go. Hello, there's the reflection. Yes, we do own shorts, but I got my safety boots on too, so we're being safe. You know that we're used to seeing on our used RV haulers a little bit of road debris has come up. These are, well, this is what a new Volvo should look like. We've got brand new steer tires on here. No wear, right? Less than 14,000 miles. Always look at the leading edge of all these painted surfaces and you'll see that this is perfect. Chrome is beautiful. The only thing you're going to find on here is maybe there's a little speck of dust. That's all you're going to find, even on this fairing. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of oncoming road debris hitting here, but there's nothing. Something else I really pride myself on is not only when you contact me, am I the person that answers the phone, am I the person that designs these RV haulers for you, but I'm also the guy that, along with my team, I have the scars and marks and dirty hands to prove it. I work on these RV haulers. I convert them myself, and I'm part of the process. Right through to you coming, getting training, sometimes even past deliveries have been completed on behalf of my customers. So we're really a hands-on business. And if you have any questions about our RV haulers, please contact me. Send me an email or give us a call. Our toll-free numbers are on the website. I have them in the description down below as well. And you can do me a favor. Before we go inside this RV hauler, click that subscribe button and also hit the little bell so they get notifications when I post some videos in the future. Here we are, part 2, inside of Dusty. This truck was configured with essentially every option imaginable at the point in time that Volvo was making this truck. So I'll take you around on an interior tour, but one of the things I wish YouTube had was scratch and sniff. I wish you could smell. This truck still smells new. We've been very careful. It's been a shoes off truck all the time that it's been in my possession. And we've kept the interior as pristine as possible so that it truly is like a new truck if you were to come and perhaps buy this one or come and take a look at it. So we've got the highest end leather seats. We've installed my favorite cab cam camera system. We have a Bluetooth and Sirius XM and USB and Bluetooth ready Volvo stereo. This is an engine preheater. So this is a Webasto heater that warms the engine before you start it. There, I just turned on the rear view camera for you. You can see it's looking out over the hitch and over that smart car. You also see I pride myself, and my team does, on doing things right. So this is flush fit inside the dash. We go to the extra effort to install it there. That's why also this is one of my favorite camera systems. We've got a rear end locker, which a lot of people look for. We've got the highest end climate control systems, so it's all automatic. You can turn the fan automatic, or you can set your temperature automatic. All the controls are on the steering wheel, and of course, with only 14,000 miles on it, everything is pristine. No wear or marks on any of the plastics. The floor is like new. I've rotated this seat around so you can see how they do rotate the face rearward a little bit. The driver's side does exactly the same. It turns around. So up top, we've got a spot for CB radio. Some great storage up here. And swinging around, we have it outfitted with from the factory, really well-mounted TV, flat panel TV. So this can swing out and back, tuck away. That's a clothes cabinet. There's a ladder that folds down so you can get up onto the top bunk. And as you're going to see, all the plastics are still in place. We wanted to make this as like new as possible. I've put the upper netting in place so you can see how a sleeping passenger would be kept in place. This one is the upper bunk that does not fold up. So it's kind of it's an advantage-disadvantage scenario. So there's ones that folded up, but they're very much like a hammock. They were light, they weren't flat, and they were very curved. The advantage of these is it's a regular mattress up there. You could put a memory foam on top of there. You can really sleep comfortably 2 people in here. Below the upper bunk, there's plenty of room for a passenger to sit there. So don't worry about hitting your head, lots of space. But this one has, of course, the workstation configuration of the benches and the table that folds down. So those, the table comes down, and those cushions make a full-size mattress for sleeping. Behind the driver's seat, we've got some pull-out drawers We've got all the window coverings, and also it's unused, but this is the covering for the upper sunroof or the skylight. So that's in place, and a really good sized refrigerator. And all of our rear controls for heat and air conditioning are back here. So underneath this bench seat is a big subwoofer, so the stereo sounds awesome in Dusty. What's also underneath there is an air conditioning system and a heating system that runs off of the engine. So the truck does have to idle for that air conditioner to work. But at these points, I'd like to mention that I can customize this truck and finish it off exactly the way you like. So if you'd like a mini split air conditioner system in here that runs off of batteries and or a tiny generator, we install those. On the interior, there's all kinds of things that we can do. So just get in contact with me and talk about some of those creature comforts that you're looking for to make this RV hauler or your RV hauler meet your mission profile. Now under this bench seat, behind the driver's seat, is a second Webasto system. So this is there's a diesel fired cab heater underneath that floor, or underneath that bench, that uses just a trickle of diesel, very little 12 volt energy as well. It's very efficient. So it's got a DC fan, but it heats this sleeper space very effectively in even the coldest of temperatures. And yes, I still have plastic on the floor, and I'll let you take that off if you want to. Well, Dusty's had an amazing life so far, and we're looking to find a new owner for him. But again, check down in the description, see what the pricing and availability is like. But let me talk to you about how he was configured for the powertrain. So Dusty has a D13 engine. It's probably the most popular one that we configure these Volvos with from the factory. And he's been programmed for 455 horsepower. This truck was also equipped with really the ideal rear end ratio for fuel economy. So when we go for a drive, you're going to see the RPMs are amazingly low. It's got a 2.67 rear end ratio. And while Dusty's warming up, I'll mention some other things about warranty. Now, not everybody's looking for a new RV hauler. They may be looking for one that's used. We all have our different budgets, but some people are looking for new and kind of that comfort that comes with having warranty and, you know, very little wear and tear, and knowing that you're the one that's treating it with kid gloves. You know, this RV hauler in particular has never had commercial duty. It's never worked hard, and I think that suits some people's wishes. You may be someone who's looking for something a little bit less expensive. Contact me. We will convert existing or used RV haulers to suit your needs. So before we go down the road, I'll just show you there's the under 14,000 miles on the odometer. We've got a nice warm day. It's 73 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and we've got a fair amount of fuel on board. We've got about 1,100 miles of fuel. Well, Dusty's had a couple minutes to get all the oils warmed up and moving around in the engine. We're going to go for a drive. I'm reminded every time I get in this truck, you know, I just came back from a 6-hour drive in Dusty, and man, it's so nice to drive something that's new, and steering is so tight and quiet and configured exactly the way that we want it. Well, I'm going to get us down our gravel road, get us out on the highway, and show you how Dusty performs. Just want to make sure I touch on the fact that this is an auto shift transmission, so there's no clutch on the floor. It's a 12-speed transmission, and what's nice about that is you're always in the right gear, whether you're climbing hills or you're on the flat. Dusty is always in the right spot for fuel economy. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I think I'm up to something like 440 videos now. You might have seen that, you know, I pride myself on taking the used RV haulers and trying to make them as new as possible. We start with the ones that are the nicest, but also we go through them mechanically to make sure that they're tight and have some longevity and some performance. Well, we're here at the end of the road. Oh, I got a little bit of a glare there, sorry. Well, Dusty is configured from the factory the way we wanted it. You'll see that he's starting off in 5th gear from the start. As we accelerate, his RPMs are staying super low. I'm just doing a gentle acceleration. So there we are, up to 35 miles an hour. You can see my turbo gauge in the top left corner. Boost is building a tiny bit. There it drops off between shifts. We're still in 11th gear at 55 miles an hour. There we go, 60 miles an hour, and we just dropped into top gear, 12th gear. Let's get her to 65. There you go, 65 miles an hour. And we're running at just over 1,100 RPMs. From the factory, this Volvo was equipped with an air ride front suspension. It's probably my favorite because it really gives you a super smooth ride. It drives like a dream. I've had people come and take these RVHaulers for a test drive, and they're stunned at how quiet they are inside and how easy they are to drive. Of course, the thing I love about them is I'm over-engineered. These RVHaulers are super safe, right? They know that a trailer's behind them when they're pulling our light 5th wheels, but they're not stressed, they're not maxed out, they're not at the limit of their engineering. They're well within their engineering and their safety margins. I think there's 4 primary reasons we look at these RVHaulers, and Dusty hits all 4 priorities. This RVHauler is going to be very safe for you and your family or your traveling partners. Of course, these RVHaulers have amazing longevity. They're designed to go a long, long while. Their reliability is impressive as well. You know, Volvo, just on the engines alone, they put a warranty on these engines of 500,000 miles. It kind of tells you a little bit about how they stand behind their product. And the last priority is, of course, the performance. We've got amazing horsepower, torque, and towing capabilities in these RVHaulers. Looking at a new RVHauler, I also want to point out, yes, they're more expensive than a pickup truck by far, but they're going to outlast 1, 2, 3, 4 pickup trucks. And even when you're done with your travels in one of these newer or new Volvos, you're still going to have a lot of residual value. You're still going to be able to sell this because you can't wear it out. Well, again, my name is Greg from RVHaulers. If you have any questions about these RVHaulers, please give me a call. Now, what I'm going to do in a moment here is I'm going to bring up on the screen some other videos, some of my past ones that perhaps you're interested in. Click on these videos on the screen to the side and continue to explore our YouTube channel. And please stay happy and healthy in these challenging times, and please drive safe.